Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense making their way on the field today. Well, the energy in this building, Chris, is going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, the bon temps brûlée. Let the good times roll.
Really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
Tight end goes in motion. Caught quickly. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Gators offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Handoff to the back. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The ball is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Oh, a reverse. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain. And that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. So a field goal attempt coming up now. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Gators offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field. It's leg way. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring out third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Under pressure, just lets it go. And the pass is too high, out of bounds, and not complete.
But this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Burke. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
7th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create here on the move. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray and more recently Jake Fromm and, of course, Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Georgia has moved into the red zone. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's spun. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Be able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Receiver makes the grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Hey, I know it's only the first half, but let's face it, Chris. You've come this far. This is a playoff game. If you get inside a 10-yard line, you can't settle for field goals. You need touchdowns. Let's see if they're able to come up with it here.
Pass rush closing in. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And the first quarter is in the books, but is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. So we begin the second quarter with a field goal attempt as the kicking team is out there. He was on target with his first try. This is a chip shot from 24 yards. He knocks this one right through. Hold on, there is a flag. If it's on the defense, it will still be kicked out. Cannot make contact with a kicker like that. Costly special teams penalty gets the offense back on the field. And the Bulldogs line up with a 1st and goal. The shotgun handoff here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming up.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Nothing tells you more about a defense's personality than when they get tested like this. Facing a 1st and goal, all the way to 3rd and goal, you come up with a sack, relentless attitude. Now let's see what they decide to do on 4th and goal.
And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. So from the 18-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Oh, and he fumbles. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, a lot happened right there. Good job of coming up with that interception. I thought he was off to the races and had a chance for big yards, only to lose the football. He's very fortunate one of his teammates hopped on that football, so they still get the turnover.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency.
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. Can he make something happen? So after his PAT was blocked, the kicker is out there again to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Makes a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
When the defense sits back in a zone coverage, good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
He'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Buying time now, rolling to his left. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble to his left. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And he'll be taken down, but after.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make...
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 10. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. But when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. The Gators offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Short pass finds the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. The completion sets up a second down play. They'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Hey, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Florida. Just ran away from the defense. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk, just trying to stay in this game here.
It's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. But if you're this head coach, you tell your team, let's just keep chipping away.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Hand off to the single back. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And a sophomore making an impact play. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The Bulldogs will line up to punt it away. And the returner can be brought down. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Here's the 2nd down play. quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Sideline throw caught, but not enough for a first down.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And the Gators will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw yet again. Tight end makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He dumps it off to the tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down. The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to his target. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. With sure hands, it's Daniels. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Gators looking to cash in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Physical running fights off the defender. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on 2nd and goal? And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. This one sails through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The field goal is good, and they add to their lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Returner decides to fair catch this. First half clock with just 8 seconds remaining. It'll be 1st and 10. And the runner takes off to his right. And it's good for a first down to the 36. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. And he lofts it toward the sideline. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines. But it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime.
Dogs will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw it on first down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Gators.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Now the try for two. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here comes a handoff. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. And completion makes it second and short.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Pulls it in. It's Bell.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Pressure is coming. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years.
The protection breaks down again, back-to-back sacks.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. And they keep it going here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Gain makes it second and medium. To throw, it's Lagway. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Offense moving to a bunch formation. They'll run it here. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Off the play fake on first down. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
You know, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I would keep looking to throw the ball downfield. These receivers are too talented, and this quarterback has an ability to get into a rhythm, and eventually he's going to hit some big plays.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. He hands it off from the gun. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's second and 3.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
It's a quick grab. He shreds the tackle. What a move. Makes one man miss, picks up the first down before they stop him. And the defense knows, Kirk, might take more than one tackler to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but good job of getting extra hats to the ball.
Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. He played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive with a national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Important second down play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
It's third down after that run. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And they stop him. I think it's short of the first down. The Dogs will have to kick it away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The Gators offense retakes the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. So second down after the incompletion. Back to throw. It's Lagway. When the ball is knocked loose, who's got it? Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there?
In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship.